Grand AM. Welcome to the AM access. It's 0500 hours, 58 minutes. It is November 23rd, 2021. The reason I am doing it this early is because of man, I just learned a lot about our brother, not our brother, our sisters. And what is scary is they I don't even know how to unpack this, but I have good news. So when I do my other live, that'll be coming straight for you and at you. I'm not going to mention that because that's for the Brother Talk series. But I'm going to give us some good news about some brothers I grew up with and the things. And the other one is the Brother Talk series, Blacks. Yes, we can. We can do it. How I have found great and good feedback on asking questions and mingling with my brothers to have now the male support group or Black male support. And I don't want to pick group. It's a discussion. It's a forum. It's everything that Black men don't have. It's not going to involve any women because some reason I think brothers keep thinking that we need a lot of women in our spaces. But when you talk about male support, what do you think about? And as you think about that, hit you right back after this introduction. And I know this is about the title, but I still love my women. I love my mother. I love my sisters. We have contingency plan when something happened, but I want to give a shout out to Malcolm X, Honorable Brother Malcolm, rest his soul. And it's sad to say we have to say rest his daughter. So I don't know the parameters or anything before I went to sleep last night. Found out his daughter was found dead in the house, in the home. So I want to give a moment of silence out to the Honorable Brother Malcolm X, all his work, everything he did for the brothers, everything he's doing for the community that we are working with now, with the men can get online and have the best discussions ever. We can talk online. We have an opportunity now to continue Brother Malcolm's work and Honorable Martin Luther King Jr. work with the civil rights and all the greatness that our brothers have accomplished with what? the greatest women, but I didn't know the hatred for men. Brother, it go deeper. And you keep thinking that a lot of black men hate black women. No, it's so the other way around. I'm calling out the BS. All the new up and coming brothers that's not even helping the black women, that just making money or just saying things that if you're not working with a black man, who you working with? So we give it a moment of science to honorable brother Malcolm, daughter Shabazz. I cannot. It started with an E. Elijah, start with an E. Shabazz. And can we give it a moment of silence? So shout out to them again, to give grace to the family and the friends and the loved one that surround it. Honorable brother Malcolm X, daughter, and everybody in his family. I hope it wasn't under some evil stuff that's going on, that's plaguing our communities. What is plaguing our communities is we have to say this, the accountability of our women will never happen. Women are going to uphold the pain that one black man caused her for the rest of her life. And a lot of you think I hate black women, but it's the truth. I'm sitting there listening to our race women saying, this is why it was hard for me when I first started community uni. I didn't know nothing. I thought coming in with just a good heart. You want to know the funniest thing? The way I experienced black women, I didn't experience because I didn't know what it took. It literally took for me to experience black women pouring their hurt, their pain on me. You want to know what's the problem? After this, you can cut the video off. Thank you for the family. Join, be part of the family. Hit that notification button. Make this go viral and share. Save to the playlist so people can see it. Hit that thumbs up. A lot of black women are mad. This is what they're mad about. See, when they took that black women not supported statement to the highest level, and I'll talk about how I say nurture, foster to black women. The key word I learned now, black women are truly breeded. That's going to be one of my essays. Black women are truly breeded in the hatred into black men. Hold on. I'm not just saying that. We have accounts now online that's showing. I have to up. Okay, I thought I was going to change the title. We have accounts now online that is showing that black women have a contempt, a disdain, and a self-loathing now. But other black women would notice it because what black women do, they regurgitate and they join the echo chamber. If you watch, for the most part, black women that's not discussing things that's helping solutions or information that can help you as a black man too. Peep that game. If a black woman sat down and listened to a lot of my videos, it's neutral. These videos are straight directly because I'm a man. I have to talk to the men sometimes. Sometimes it's not about women. because I'm a man. I want my men. This is my key thing. I don't want you to do, men. I don't want you to become the hatred that we hate. Good black men don't become the hatred. See, a lot of brothers don't see the reason to loving a black woman because they've been hurt, but they also don't hate black women. They'd rather stay away because black women hurt is actually real. And within black women hurt, it is breeded for them to hurt you. It is, listen again, and black women hurt. So their pains and trouble and abuse, it is breeded for them now to hurt you. A brother or a sister was talking to me one day about black people. Then we talked about solutions. But all we can really get to is what she experienced. She been through therapy. She been through all the things you supposedly go through. You're in it, and it's now the echo chamber. They call it hashtag doing the work. So she was so-called doing the work. She was doing the work so much. When she talked to me about things, she wasn't doing the work. I remember a woman said on social media, black women ain't doing the work. She was a black woman. Her page, obvious, is a black woman, her life. She lived it. She took pictures. She went over there. She went live on her, it was Instagram, and it was a black woman that said, black women ain't doing the work. They lying. They at home talking about, they burn the sage. Really, they getting high. They supposed to be meditating. Really, they just watching their favorite shows. They going out to do things. No, really, they just sitting in the house lounging around. She said a lot of them get a lot of things that they don't have to work for. But she said every brother I ever met, he had to work for his. There's no way he can get what he have and he don't work for it. And she meant in a way as when we talk about degrees, why would I have a degree when that won't help me in the world as a black man? What true opportunity in my degree? And if there is no available position, and as we always talk about, brother, you need another skill. See, I don't hear none other brothers. Now, maybe if we get other brothers, I got this one brother gonna come online. How I talk, he gonna articulate it. Like when I say it, he gonna hit you. It gonna sound slick, but it's true. When I said, wow, I met a brother he's older than me, been around longer than me. And he said what he loved, all these brothers that I'll be meeting, older men and men around my age, or guys that's husbands, that's with black women, that love black women, and some date other race, some still with black. But it's not what we build up online. That's why we keep saying it's very important how the mother, when I would talk to single mothers, a lot of them hate black men. Even the ones I try to be with, and I realize, thank you. They think, a lot of them think that they're running me away by the one I try to reunite to see if we can go far. She ran me back away. She ain't run me away, but she did things contrary to what she wants. She's hiding her feelings. She's suppressing herself because she thinks she's this goddess of divine of annuity, everybody, that men is going to hurt her. Her whole belief structure of the astrology and the nocturnal chart is based on the hatred of men. It's based on it. Men are the reason. Women were the first slaves and children. No, it was the first. That's why it's funny, because that's the only thing I ever read that said that. The other sources all says it was a race of people trying to dominate other race of people. Not this time about slavery. I'm talking about from the beginning of time, the race of people, because when one person want to get dominated and they have children, guess what they pass on? That's why I say hashtag is breeded. So learning now, black women, demonization of black men is really abound now. It's in the breeding. It was fostered, nurtured, and it was breeded. So now the design of it is here. I'm gonna show you a link to a live I was on listening to two black women that this gentleman allowed these two black women to come on his platform and talk. I love it when women talk because it opened up the curtains. It opened up when they open their lips. You can tell what they allowed inside their body. See, that was a double metaphor. And when they return and speak, you can tell what was put into them because it comes out. Literally, pun intended. And as they speak, you say, that's really how she really feels. But sometimes we get so caught up because I learned. These two women kept doing the double dutch. You know how to double dutch? Usually you jump rope. Now these women are double dutching. Soon as you talk, and this is the funny part because even some males agree, I laugh. And they say, well, when you talk to clearly and you make it, you lay it out, women listen. No, they don't. A brother everybody is not meant to be on a platform. But some people do have a voice to say things that another brother or another sister won't say. I love the sisters that call out the women and then they call out the thing that happened. So if I speak, they say, you must hate your mother. And then I say, why you think I hate my mother? They say, the way you talk about black women. And I say, the way I talk about black women is in what way? See how it's clear? See how they coming at me? But what these women was doing, every time somebody spoke, instead of saying, hold on, can you clarify? It turned into, they rehearsed this. Women practice this. And you can tell they want to be right. They're not looking for a truth or understanding from these brothers. See, I haven't met another brothers as this, but these the same brothers that tell you part of something, but you're not. So what the sisters was doing, they kept bombarding the brother with. Now I understand why men abuse women. I'm not saying it's okay. I don't understand why a lot of men go away from women because certain caliber, I'm gonna call them a caliber, a certain tier of women will fight you tooth and nail to get their point. What they do is not giving you points. They're bombarding you. So what you had in your mind for them to receive, they cannot receive it because what have been created, the demon in them is the blockade, the cold of heart, the coldness, because it's been breeded. Like you would talk to these women, a lot of them born in the 90s. It says like, what have you, I'm not saying she didn't experience something on this earth, but what have you experienced from men to make you hate all men? In the way, and you know what I learned? They'll watch Cher. Cher is the first white feminist used in the industry that I can remember of feminism. They'll listen to Cher. Now, brothers, if I ask you a question, I don't need no context, no nothing. Do you need women? I'm going to say yes. And then I'm going to say yes. In what way would I need my women? Like that would be the next question I will ask. I don't need the person, the axee, to ask me that question. I don't have to respond. Sheer response was no. Do you need men? She said no. In which way and what way? I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say which way. I got caught up in the question. I'm gonna say, do you need women? Yes. And then my response, how I put it, if I was unsure of why they asked that question. Grand Rising, sister. Yeah, I'm up. I couldn't really sleep good. I had some stuff on my chest. Because, no, it's not about black women in the way that like they're speaking. It's just hurt that I learned black women for their pains and hurt and abuse. I just learned this. I'm gonna clip it and trim it and then do a video off of it. I'll ask the brother first because this was what people understand about me. I don't know. My soul is built different. My soul don't. That's why it's funny because as being a Marine, people don't understand. my soul was not meant to kill people. Like I even had a chat. I opened up to a brother I'm gonna hang out with today, watch some movies, get some pizza, get some food, and just chat it up about different things. Why are you making that emoji? Not abusing me. It's that, okay, if you can put in the chat box, do you believe that Black women can breed, that mean in the womb before a young lady was born, the hatred of Black men inside of her womb or inside the seed before she was even procreated or birthed? Because you want to know the wildest, I'm gonna clip it. I know you're not gonna come on here, but I'm gonna clip the video. And nobody took account what these, and this is just an example because I don't have the videos of when the Black women talking about I can't wait till we abort young Black males, or I don't care if Black men die. I don't have those videos because I didn't have the screen record ready. It's taught, right? So these Black women are taught hate. They were saying Black women was going through hurt because of white men. They going through hurt because of white men, and there's nothing we could do about it. Because when we started entering to Black people, I mean the airwaves. So when we started wanting to make TV shows and radio shows, Black men. That's why Bill Cosby, which I'm gonna have to be truthful with, was trying to buy, I think it was NBC or an entity from NBC. So now Black people, we would have had stock in the airwaves. So now we don't need BET. I'm saying it's a big chunk of Black women that need for Black men to feel pain and hurt. Like you said, you believe hatred is taught. So their mothers, grandmother, aunt, or someone taught these Black women. Okay, it was NBC. Thank you, Brother David. Grand Rising, Brother David, as well. They were taught to hate us from birth. And now I want to start getting clips because I don't want to sound crazy or Miss Lisa. I do. I would love to go out with you, but I don't talk about this stuff when I'm going out. When I'm talking about going out, I'm having fun. I would love to get your phone number, but I don't want to put it. My information is there. I don't know. I don't know what you think about me, but I'm not a Black man that walk around on dates talking about my exes or hatred. I'm literally now. You might want to know if you want. I have talked to Thomasina. We have dated for a little while. So, and that's not to blast my business, but you can ask her how I interacted with her. I don't. She might say I said certain things, and I say true, but I don't live that way. I don't live my wife in the Black woman hatred, like as you can say, spear circle of I hate Black. That's not in my mind. I am solely caught off guard when I go online. Like if I was off YouTube and or Thomas Sutter, I said Thomasina, Thomas Sutter. Well, I'll let you know who Thomas Sutter is because like I said, I don't want my business out there. A lot of people don't know her name. That's part of YouTube. We have dated, and so it's not a hate. It's not a hurt. I don't hate Black women. It's funny because when I talk to Black women, I get the Black women mantra that hate Black men. And then the stuff I hear, like the stuff I heard last night from 2 Black women, and then listening to the Clubhouse. The Clubhouse is a offline like chat board, like a discussion board. You can invite everyone you want. And some people get in because they don't vet the people correctly. Like if I had an offline chat board, like what I do, and what happened was the brother that told, I don't pay them any mind, but that helps me understand the reality they live in. They live in a different reality, Brother David. They think for some reason they live in a reality. I'm sorry. And I want you to start thinking about what you say, Brother David, about black women. Because they live in a reality of hate. Do you want to live in a reality of hate? No, I'm not talking about that. Do you? And so in the reality of hate, no, I said I will open up to express something with somebody so they don't know who that person is. But if I was to go out, or that's not doxing. That's not what doxing means. Sorry. And express myself. I don't want women thinking that come to my channel or that's part of the family that I hate black women. That's not true. It's things I talk about that's really hurtful. And I just learned the reason online a lot of things started, and why a lot of things started is because black women feel that their hurt trumps black men. So black men now have to feel that hurt, that pain. They want to give it back. And so what they're doing, they said it. I'm going to clip that video part. And they didn't, and the sister and the brothers didn't talk about it. I don't know. Like sometimes when an opportunity presents itself, we should actually try to have nip it in the bud. But the brothers didn't nip it in the bud right there. They kept it going, and they overlooked what the women said. And then the next thing they said, oh, black men, I was taught black men or men shouldn't argue with women. No, if you say something, I don't love to hear it, but I want to know what that means. What do that really mean? If you say, I seen black women was trying to break through. And this is the problem that a lot of good black men, and this, I got a lot of revelation and vision on this. Right. And it's not to do with hate. Exactly. And that's what I want them to know. When I say that, I still would have a future with a black woman. I know your side, David. You ain't got to say it. You ain't got to type it. I get you, brother. I get you. I get what you mean. But black women don't see it that way. They got to find a way. You've been hurt. You know why you've been hurt, Brother David? You had nothing to do with that hurt. And I love when some black men, but it was a brother on that panel that brought that up. But what some other two black women kept doing is kept bombarding him with topics and subjects that had nothing to do with what he was saying. So they went there, but then when we finally started putting the needle inside to withdraw and see if we could get the toxicity out, they brought in other debris, and they say, let's get back to the topic now. But it's like, oh, you want to get back to the topic now when it's time for us to come to some revelation. See, the revelation was the hatred of black men, because black women wanted to see black men hurt because they hurt. And this is why they hurt. If you trying to maneuver, black men was never really trying. We wanted better jobs, and our women complained about money. So what we did, we tried to make avenues. See, and they wanted to go back, but they didn't want to go back actually just 10 to 20 years. I ain't got to go back 1,000 years or 2,000 years against someone. I can go back literally 5 years ago when I first worked at a job. I have no idea what was going on. Why was the black women there treating me a certain way? I had no idea. Why was Susie, Tasha, Monique, Monica, Judy, whatever, black girl, some girl, Elizabeth, why was they treating me a certain way? And I've done nothing to them. That's the scary part. Sometimes, brother and brothers out there that listen to this later, why was I being treated a certain way? Why was I being treated a certain way? And see, and that's what a lot of black women don't understand. Brother David and brothers out there, right, haven't done anything to them. Literally, I got your phone number. I called her. We sharing everything. No problem, brothers. David, no problem. Going out, we eat. And then if you ask if she did have something, I'm like, oh, okay, what's wrong? You listen, and then you let her know. All right, this might take a little. That was how David. It was going beautiful. This how all my relationships went with black women, because I hate for people not to understand. And if other black women don't want to listen to this because it's got to bring something out of them. They gotta dispel that disdainment or that contempt or that self-loathing. But they hide behind it. I don't hide behind my truth. Black women have, and people's like, why would you go to other race? No, I'm talking about the one I still want to be. I don't receive it. Like I said, black women, I never mess with a married black woman. I never been with a married or engaged black woman. I don't cheat. I don't help. I never cheated. And this is the thing I am very, and I say, wow, that's actually new in this sad. This is sad to be said that I'm one of the black men that haven't ever helped a woman cheat. And what I mean, I never been a side dude. I never been her number two dude. I never been her pickup in whatever type of dude. A lot of males, they go through that, but they don't know. And then I find out, I ask questions. I say, so you got boyfriend? And see, things, brothers, I'm not scared. See, the reason the black women hate a lot of black men, because we're not scared to call it out right away. You would think they will admire that. So when something happened in the news, when the brother, all of a sudden he drugged and raped all these women. You see these women, they all butch. We call it. They all in that community where women love to be with women. But that man was so wrong. And right now, as I am applying my truth out, my heart is feeling better. Because you know why? I didn't say nothing evil about black women. I'm talking on the things that I experience. People are like, oh, I'll go to counseling. I don't need counseling. I literally would be minding my business in my dating world with that woman, that black woman, and she will bring something up that I have no control over. And that's and like the truth is, I'm not saying I'm this perfect man, but I don't start fights. I don't fight with women. I don't argue. I literally like, what's the problem? And I don't do that makeup and break. That's weird. My manness don't get hurt over makeup and breakup sex. I don't get turned on by arguing and then thinking, no, I get turned off. My whole vibe went away every time this happened. And I can honestly say, and I told the women that my heart, you're making my heart hurt. Calamity caused my heart to hurt. Chaos, negative and bad. It's a chaos that happens every day. A fire is chaos, but it's actually order. Because now what is you using the fire for? If you're using that fire to burn down a house, that's negative chaos. Are you using that fire to sterilize an object? That's positive chaos. See, when I walked through the fire, I came out better. I needed that fire because that allowed me to understand what I don't want. I don't care what more or less experience I have with a woman. That fire that she put me through allowed me to understand who I am and what I'm willing to go through and put up with. I'm not, and I did the woman with children. I did the woman that really didn't care about men, but it seemed that she cared about me. I did the woman that's older than me. Not did, like, I mean, I've been with the woman I have 3 women that was older than me I've been with, and it didn't work. I had the younger woman. So far, all the younger women, they're more, if they have a first love, what I found is the younger black women are more honest. They're more open. I don't have to wait 80 years for her to be vulnerable And it's the crazy part. A lot of black women you can have sex with, and they say, then they talk about their mind. No, you already gave me sex. Your mind, I'm already thinking when you gave me sex, which we both agreed on mutual, what we call consent. You already gave me your heart and mind. But brothers, I'm learning that's not it. Some women will have sex with you and don't have their heart and mind. But then a lot of women, if you watch in these spaces, will complain about black men. But you're not complaining about the brothers as me and David. The brothers that's talking down on me and David, it's the same brothers when I called it out, when Derek Jacks finally got his, them the same men that cheat on women. And then those are the same women that's helping him cheat. See, hurt need hurt. See, the victimness, you can say, we say, oh, he complaining, he crying, being, no, I'm telling my story. If my story ruffle feathers, so what? I don't care. Because I learned that a black woman's mantra don't care. Black women, a lot of black women that they talked about black men. I'm 39. June 15. I put the video on my I'll share it again. I'll recycle my videos. I'm showing you proof now. Before I was born, June 15, 1982, this video was shot on CNN about black women saying there's not a good enough black men. I wasn't even born yet. So we have June, so the July, August, September, October, November. That's 5 months before I was born. So imagine what was already being breeded, nurtured, and fostered and put in the atmosphere for us. They hatred, they're hurt towards black men. I had nothing to do with that. I wasn't even born yet. And they had their daughter sitting there. So imagine these black women, their anger, pouring it on to their daughters. I want you to think about that. 1982, you was 11. So David, brother David, already experienced this for 11 years. 11 years. That's crazy. But then the other brothers will come on and try to slide diss me, sneak diss me, because he mad he wasn't part of what I was trying to make him bring him into. But if I'm in a black male support, I need black male support, not black male hatred or disdainment or contempt. Brother said he can slide into the bougie women and then the hood women, or the hood dudes and then the bougie women, or the suburban. No, that's a lie. It's things that he said and didn't do it, except he wouldn't. See, I'm intelligent enough to understand I can't say certain things to women and men. Like the hood dudes. The dudes I grew up around, that grew up in the same neighboring surrounding. I was born in the projects. I knew that I couldn't just walk up to them and say what I want. But I know there's a time, which I'm gonna talk about more, that we can do, brothers. In my Brotha Talk series videos. That's the one coming up. I didn't have the energy to do it. Because I was looking, no brother can come online. So I wanted at least one brother to be with me. So asking questions and showing that support. I would love to have that support, brothers. You too, David. Want you in that Brotha Talk series. It's for men. It's for men support. That's what the Brotha Talk. Women going to be in, but that's for them to listen. If they truly care, they'll listen. But a lot of women, especially black, a lot of them come from a place of hurt. People say, "Oh, you talking from?" No, I'm talking from they coming from experience. But I didn't say everything I just said right now. For the last 30 minutes, did I say anything bad about black women? Now, if you ask a black man, they'll say no. You ask black women, they'll say yes. And then I say rewind it and go back and see what I said bad about black women. I said black women have not given me a fair shake. Who that sound as? Our other race males. They have not treated me well. They come down on me for no reason. And they want me to hurt because, again, let me get back into it. Black women tried to go into spaces where black men have not took a hardcore look into it, because we was more fending for our families. Why would a black man that's going to work for his family, protecting his mother and sister and the younger males and the little kids, trying to help them grow and be better, why would he want to go online? That he said, see, and it's a thing. We never really talked about how, and I'll keep saying this. I've dated the black women that do that. Some of them don't. A lot of them already taken. They already with a man that gets them, or they might not be with the right man. And when we talk, we was understanding of each other and saying, why? So like EI, black women have more degrees than black men. They supposed to. They got 6% more degrees every year. Sometimes it fluctuates to 8% or 11 based on the year, the economy. Well, if you talk to black men, we are working. My skill set is not a degree-based skill set. There is no skill set. There's not a degree to get carpentry. And this is the funny part when you say the truth. There is no degree for carpentry. You don't show me where you can go to get it. Go show me what college you go to get a degree in carpentry. And the carpentry can pay up to $30 an hour. You can make 80 to 100,000 easy doing carpentry. Bricklaying. Show me where you go get a degree for bricklaying. Show me you go get a degree for welding. This is, keep saying we have less degrees, but I have less degrees. I don't have a PhD. I don't have a bachelor's or master, because a lot of the work we do is not based on a college institution. That's why we have less degrees. I don't know why. And the reason why black men don't have socially instituted degrees, because a lot of us are not all businessmen. A lot of us is not all type of people that live in that lifestyle, that want that lifestyle. That means, okay, if I go to college and get a master's, what I'm gonna get a master's in? What I'm gonna get a master's in? That's the whole thing. See, but when we start, that's how I talk to women. You want me to do something, and then if I do it or don't do it, what do you need me to do? Why do I need to do that? I'm not working in that. Oh, you just want me to make more money. But then this is when this gotta come down, brother. You're not gonna be happy doing something that you are not. We forget about reasonings and purpose, right? My reasoning and purpose is not just to make a whole bunch of money. Then they say, well, you can't raise a family. Well, I don't know how your family survived or lived growing up. If your father or the males around you is unhappy, well, unhappy males that made a lot of money were, me growing up, were called quote unquote blue collar. Those are the number one abusers of women. Those are the number one murderers of women, because they have took away their part the problem. So me being a real estate agent, there's no problem solving. All I'm doing is finding the script and work with it and making it my own and adding in words. Me being a building of home, there's a home to be built at least once a day, every day. Or homes take a while. So if I'm on one project, I know when I get done with the next project, I can go find or be offered another project to build another home. See, working in the business field, as in the blue collar, you sit there at a desk every day. You do the same thing repetitive over and over. Building a home is too, but you're going to find problem solving, because every time you build a home, everybody don't want the room to be this. The rooms is not going to be the same square feet. You got to measure differently. Everybody don't want the same fixtures in their home. So you got to place different things in different spots. How do you do that? That's problem solving. A lot of men sitting at a desk is not problem solving. Just because he made 150,000 a year sitting at a desk, that's not him. That's where that's when the brother is saying he's gonna go his own way, because even I can't appease somebody. If she want me to be just making money and not be happy, she'll never be happy because I'm not happy. We see a lot of discussions. We call them conversations. We don't want to have a lot of them conversations. See, I brought up a lot of key points. Go back and watch and listen to my videos. A lot of people, a lot of women will not do that. They will not. Like, why is things happening the way they are happening? So with me learning that Black women, a lot of them want me to feel pain because they tried to enter a space where Black men was not dwelling in. That's the word. I couldn't get it. Black men wasn't dwelling in the airspace. And when we were, what were the topics about? Black men only dwell in the space where they need to be. And that's what Black women never understood. So what created the unsupport, even though they quoting the honorable brother Malcolm, rest his daughter's soul, wrong. What created unsupport, you went into the space where white males had the dwelling. It's not say that Black men couldn't go in there and dwell there. We wasn't there. We was doing other things that was helpful to other Black men and to ourselves. We didn't know. See, a lot of things we do, we don't know it help other Black men. And then we found out, like, wow, this really helped. So let me keep doing it. And at the same time, when they say a brother needs to help, me being the type of brother I am is help to other young men. I don't need to go out and do my presence. So when I go around in my neighboring surrounding, I can go slap up the young dudes or the dudes my age that survive. See, it's crazy when I hear brothers that talking about they can dwell amongst the so-called hood dudes, project dudes that grew up with, and the suburban women or the suburban dudes and dwell within both. Dude, we seen people killed. I seen people killed growing up. I went to war. I seen people killed. I never had a problem intersecting they call it neighbor. I hate saying neighborhood, so I say neighbor and surrounding. My neighbor and surrounding, I didn't have no problem with the dudes I lived near. Of course, if I lived in one projects, sometimes before I was even born, gangs was formed, posses was formed, and they had problems with other areas. And that's what we got to get. That's another talk, brother. We got to get that gang mentality out of our head. Again, we didn't create gangs, but we practice it today. I didn't create the hurt and pain in those Black women, but they practice it on me today. See how that goes? Brothers, those Black women didn't create that you done the abuse and hurt and pain to, but you practice it on them today. See what I'm saying? So we Black women didn't listen. They went into an area and the men was saying, we not there yet. We at home learning how to weld. We re-educating ourselves on how to do things that our ancestors knew how to do, but we didn't know how to do. But our women didn't want to listen, and that's what they're mad at. I wish, and not to show it to dox or call Black women out. It's to show, like, damn, I heard I'm gonna clip it and show you. The Black women said they need Black men to feel the same pain that they went through. So when we was telling you to leave that white man alone and wait for us to get there, the white man was causing you hurt because you was trying to break through. And the white women feminists was egging you on because they know what Black women do it's going to get done. Now it was Black men's fault. So now in 2021, all those Black girls that was babies, their aunt and grandmothers that breeded, fostered, and nurtured the disdainment for black men because they enter areas they shouldn't have been in because they didn't listen to the black men. Now that we need to feel their pain and hurt. Now we have platforms. Now black men are finally on these platforms talking. We need to feel black women. See, black women wanted to rush stuff because they thought money, power. See, if we want to get into the nitty gritty, that's the truth. That's not, did I diss a black woman in that saying that? Not one time I didn't. Black women that were doing that were trying to enter in spaces that black men did not dwell in. If black men did not dwell in there, how can a black man support you and protect you? I would love for black women to answer that without them changing the topic, skipping the verse, being well versed in something she already regurgitated and echo chambered. And I will show you links to other black women channels that talk about the same thing in a different way. How do you want me to protect you? And this is how we gonna protect you, black women. And black men, you about to hate what I'm about to say, but it's the truth. The men that hurt black women were bad black men, right? Guess what we got to do, good black men? We got to help those black women. Yep, it sounds stupid, don't it? Yep, it sounds stupid. The good black men, we have to be the one that change the narrative. Hashtag Brother Talk Series. Hashtag Black male support. Brother male support. Because brother support. The dude that's in and out of prison ain't doing nothing. The dude that's creating babies, the same 6 dudes, 6 black men, 50 black women, 87 children. That's 87 children that's in a lot of brothers, we tired. And I'm sorry, brothers, we can't be weak. We can't say we willing to run away because those 87 black children don't have nobody to look up to. Lately, black women that's been single mothers online and offline have been wanting me to hang around their sons. The sad part, a lot of these women have boyfriends or they're married. That's sad. They want me. This is not a brag. That shows a lot about, I'm sorry, people say being good can be abstract or contrast or perception or perspective. No, it's not. I literally don't walk my life trying to hurt black people. The bare minimum. Oh my goodness. The bare minimum statement. A lot of black women, even though that the men take her out on the dates, they still haven't received the bare minimum. The bare minimum is respect. That's the bare minimum. See, we talk about, that's why I don't listen to a lot of talks when it's geared towards the hurt feeling of a black woman. That's demonization. They need you to be a certain way. So calling them out for doing wrong and held accountable and responsible, you can't do that for them. That to you, that's called hatred. You hate your mother. You're bashing black women. You're degrading. You're belittling black women. But you're speaking in truths and facts. And it's not brutal. Because honesty you can speak in brutal honesty, but honesty don't have to be brutal. I literally just spoke a word saying the reason this happened. But for some reason, as a black man, I will be called out. But if another race man says this, and another post I'll be seeing of black women hurt, talking about all race males are jumping on this. And when a woman says she's too much, she's doing too much, she's angry because they won't take a man BS. That's BS. Some men have done nothing to them. Nothing. And she starts off after she finds the discrepancy in the matrix, I will call it, in her mentality. Hashtag her mentality. She will go on, put it inside of her, and find a way to compare you to it. She won't say it. She'll just keep saying it to you. She won't talk to you about it. See, I don't have experience, but I'm also not new to this rodeo. I know how this goes. That's the demonization of black men. You need to feel her pain. You need to feel her abuse. You need to feel her hurt. Now, if black women can say I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. I would love in the comment section of after the video that black women that hear this or they show this to their black women that hate black. I would love to hear, without mentioning a black man or bringing up black men, of some things you go through. I would love to hear the full story. The mystery of why black women wants to demonize black men. When I show that clip, I want you're gonna have to listen. This time, we always say, don't tell somebody the accent. No, I want them to hear what they said, because that was crazy. It's still shocking when you finally hear it. And it's not just a voice. There's a picture with the voice. There's a person. And the good thing about it, that person that's doing it. And then the crazy part about the demonization of a black man, black women will make fake profiles. Fake profiles to talk about black men. Isn't that crazy? She would make a fake profile. So all the demonization, brothers, is not coming from outside race. Willie Lynch and Jim Crow, we only have about 10 years left of 400 years. So in 10 more years, guess what, brothers? By then, we cannot blame. I'm not blaming. I'm at 39. I'm not blaming my mother and father for what's happening to me now. I already talked to my sister and brother. Like, they say our father need counseling. I said, no, he don't. He's 73. All we do is just can love on him. I don't have daddy or mommy issue. Everything, brothers, I will call a man out. That's not being I talk. Y'all got to see what the thing is about me. I think when in reality, when you actually being who you are, I guess, quote unquote, a real man, I would tell guys, I would tell guys, yo, why are you cheating on your girl? They'll look at me. It's like, and they saying it with that, like, why is it your business? Because I'm hanging around you. I lost guy friends from calling them out. That's why I say I don't listen to them. See, social media spaces is fake. It's lies. A lot of people are not who they say they are online, then they offline. I am pretty much the same person. I am, like, I'm telling you, I don't care. I'm good. Okay, nothing to me, I'm not good. Show me where I'm not good at. Good and bad. Bad work on a premise. If I lose my job, I got to rob some people to get money. That's not how good think. Oh, she did me wrong. Now I got to do her wrong. That's not how. I don't care what like, I'm not saying people don't do. It's like people don't. I don't do nothing wrong. I do wrong things because my mind thinking I should be doing this, but it may not be good or right for me. It might not help me and my soul and my spirit and my prosperity, but I'm doing it. Instance as in, you can't like a person said. I remember a younger young lady. She heard what I said. She said, "Can you be good going to the strip club?" I said, "Well, I'm not making an excuse. I'm single. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have no woman to call up. I don't have booty buddies. I don't do that. It's things I don't do. And I'm just going out and enjoying myself. You know what I do when I leave? I go home. I go home being single available black man still. I didn't do anything that night. And people act as you can't be respectable in certain areas. Just because I'm at a strip club, that don't mean I gotta disrespect a woman. See, but nobody talks about that. You say the strip club is bad. Yeah, it's bad for the spirit, but overall, I can still go into an area and still be respectable. That's good, right? I can still go into an area. People's like, "Oh, you're not being good because you're looking at naked women and you doing." I was like, "But she's already there. That's her. I'm not hurting nobody. She's not hurting me. Where's the bad in that?" Now, overall, if you want to talk about a culture or community, now let's go there. See how you separate the two? That has nothing to do with the same. To call somebody bad because they're doing certain things, that's not bad. We can't do that no more, brothers. I don't call that dude that sell drugs just bad. What if he just selling weed? Everybody smoke weed. I know weed have its effects, but that's a common drug that people get high to hallucinate with. Now, let's go a little deeper. I'm not going to call him bad, but if a brother's selling crack or cocaine, guess what? He's dipping and dabbing into the realm of what we can call bad, because we know the outcome. We know the outcome of weed. Weed stagnate people too, whether people know it or not. But you see what I'm saying? Every point has to have its understanding to it. But a lot of times as Black people, we don't bring the understanding. We just go from hurt. As I said, I would love to have chats with people that really going to actually have a real chat. So let's say I had beef with Brother David. Instead of doing different things, a brother got mad at me. I even made the live. I sent out offering. Even recently, he said no. And then one time he didn't respond. I'm not going to stop. My bridge is not, I'm not going to burn the bridge. He burning his bridge. All I'm going to do is raise my bridge. So if you want to come back, he going to have to fix his bridge on his side. I ain't got nothing to do it. I ain't got nothing to do with that man hurt or spirit or soul. That's on him. I have nothing to do with that man's spirit, heart, or soul. If he want to put hate in his heart about me, that is on him. If he want to think less about me and bash me, degrade me, that is on him. I don't have to fight that with him. Because I know who I am. I am truth. I am resolve. I am love. I am a man. I am. What are you, brothers? What are you where today you can interject your hatred for another race, for people that hurt you, and for our race women, if you have a hatred? What are some things you can call out within yourself? And now I'm dispelling. I expelled that. I never hated Black women. But just as a Black woman come to me and say I hate them, I'm going to ask them to prove their point, and then we're going to have a discussion. I don't need to go into I don't have to beef with you. Let's have a true discussion. I'm going to argue with you. But if you can't talk, and what a woman said this to me. A brother said it, but a woman, that's why I love women. That's why it'd be funny when I supposedly hate Black women, or when Black men say whatever they say. Think about digging in to your inner thoughts. Is your inner thoughts about hatred? Think about that. And then when I talk to people, they say, I get where you're coming. I don't persuade nobody how I think. If you think you got to go out there and do something to survival, that's on you. If you think somebody breaking into your house and you want to self-defense in your way, that's on you. I don't persuade you nothing different. But if you ask me, Otho Williams Jr., about something, I'm going to give you my perspective. We're going to come to an understanding, hopefully, and move on. Because in your house is different from my house. But if we in a support with each other, we're trying to understand what can we support and what we need to let go and make it well and get better in ourselves, brothers, and reflect. So what I say unto one, I say unto all, it's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Choose wisely. Hope you have a great day. This is the AM access to my hurt. Black men, we don't have to feed off Black women hurt. And the Black women out there, I appreciate you that don't feed hurt into us. And Black men, you don't have to create the hurt, the abuse, and pain that you cause. Also, what you have received, you don't have to give it back.